Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank Chairman Hastings for holding this important hearing on Secretary Chu's memorandum that could increase energy rates for millions of American families. In light of this administration's and Secretary Chu's troubling energy policies, it is imperative that the committee vet the objectives laid out in this memorandum. With that, I want to thank the witnesses for providing valuable testimony so we can illuminate these issues. Mr. Blado, at the end of the day, what would be the implementation of the Chu memo directives? What would they mean for United Power customers?
Those customers would be in your district, Mr. Congressman, and if implemented the way I understand some of them, they would shift some cost to those customers. I think it would add to their cost. In terms of cost we pay to WAPA, I'm not sure where the 1.6 cents comes from, but we pay over 4 cents for WAPA power, and so there may be some averaging going on there that really isn't reflective of what each pays. But when we pay those costs, when you have perhaps electric vehicles or a shift and add more renewables, and the guys adding the renewables through an EIM process do not pay for their transmission, well, those costs have to be absorbed by somebody. It would be tri-state, and we would end up passing along to our members, which include United Power.
So it could mean increased utility costs. Also, what about reliability of the grid? Would that be at stake?
I think
first to the cost and then to the grid.
I think the reliability can be impacted if not implemented correctly. As others have pointed out, there's many processes going on, and having another duplicative process that overlays it can lead to confusion and probably reduce the reliability.
Okay. It's my understanding that after the Chu memo was released, that DOE and WAPA led a series of joint workshops and listening sessions in such places as Loveland, Phoenix, and other parts of the West to gather input and collaborate with interested stakeholders on the initiatives outlined in the memo. What was your impression of these workshops and listening sessions?
Again, my concern with the sessions is they started down a road and asked us for input on the direction they were taking, not sitting down and asking us what are the important issues of the day that we should come together, identify, and solve. So the whole goal was how do we solve the issues we've presented, whether or not they need solving or whether or not they're the right issues didn't seem to be the point, and that's our concern.
Okay. Did Tri-State, as one of WAPA's largest customers, have any advance notice of the directives laid out in the Chu memo before it was released on March 16th?
No, we had absolutely no knowledge or were asked for any input.
WAPA is a real utility, and with customers and obligations to maintaining the integrity and the reliability of the Western electrical grid, are you concerned that by implementing the directives of the Chu memo, WAPA would be departing from its mission of providing cost-based power to its customers, which would possibly affect the reliability of the Western grid?
Yeah, one of our concerns is you saw it with the outage on September 8th of 2011, where the Western Electric Coordinating Council, the one overseeing the reliability, really had too many missions, and I think there's some confusion, and that's one of our concerns. If WAPA becomes less of an operating agency, keep the lights on, operate things, and becomes more of a policy-driven organization, we'll end up in a situation where they won't do either job very well, and that very much concerns us.
Okay. I see the Chu memo calls for the establishment of a revolving fund to help implement its initiatives. How does the creation of a revolving fund for WAPA affect the oversight responsibilities of Congress and WAPA's customers?
Well, I think it significantly reduces the oversight that Congress would have with a revolving fund on WAPA. They do have some of those funding mechanisms today, and I think there's less input and less responsiveness to customers because the money, you might say, flows at their discretion, at DOE's discretion, and a lot of the oversight is reduced.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.